Sorry, I just had to press something. You can sit up against a wall if you need to, or you can sit even on a chair, or you can sit on a couple of cushions as we are. And if you can't make it with this, you can just pop your legs out in front. But it's the reason we sit up on something is to get that lift and that upright feeling through the spine. Because if you're struggling to sit upright, you end up hunching and curving the spine, and that ends up, you can be quite painful after some time. And then all you're focusing on is being in pain or being in discomfort. So just sitting for a little moment. Just all you're going to do is just rest your hands on your legs wherever they want to. And as you breathe in, shrug your shoulders up around your ears and sit up really tall. And then as you breathe out, just let those shoulders soften down, but the body stay upright. And then on the next breath in, just breathing in nice and full. And on your exhale, softly close your eyes. And then continue to just breathe in and breathe out through your nose if you can. You can feel your body upright from your sit bones all the way up through the spine into the center or crown of the head. You get a sense of your body sitting. You get a sense of where your legs are and your feet. You get a sense of how your arms hang down from the shoulders and then they rest on your legs in some way. Get a sense of your eyes being softly closed, so you're not squeezing or forcing them shut. You can often see colours or shapes behind the closed lids. Eventually, the eyes will settle as the body settles, and you may not notice the distraction behind the eyelids. But as soon as we close our eyes, we do change. We change our awareness, taking away that visual sense, and closing the eyes takes us inward almost immediately. We can still hear what's around us and sense, but it takes us into ourselves more. So being aware of your breathing at this moment. You're noticing the quality of our breath. So is it rapid or fast? Is it slow? Does it feel consistent? Does it feel a little bit irregular? There's no right answer. It's just getting you to feel, to notice. Does it feel comfortable and free to breathe, or is there some perhaps restrictions? We begin to observe, to really notice. Our breath is so important to our well-being. From the minute you're born, you take your first breath, till the minute you die, you take your last breath. And often, you don't even think about the breaths in between, they just happen. But breathing is the amazing tool that we have to connect with ourselves. It's also a part of the body that is involuntary. As we breathe, we generally breathe without even thinking about it. It's involuntary. But we can make it voluntary. We can actually control the breath. And through the breath, we can start to create changes. Changes within. For our physical bodies and our mental bodies. So as you've noticed your breath, be aware again of your physical body. Notice if there's perhaps bits of stiffness, or if you're quite comfortable sitting here, or if you're a little uncomfortable. If it's easy for you to sit, or if it's a bit of a challenge. And that can be in many ways. Your mind can be busy, or you can be still thinking, and therefore it is a challenge to be still and to sit. And if you're a busy person and you like to do things and be active, sitting can often be quite a challenge, but a very good challenge for you. So even if we're not a physically active person, many of us are very active within our mind and our thoughts, very busy. So as we sit here, finding a sense of stillness in the physical body, that stillness begins to reflect in the mind, in the mental body. So just having some stillness in your life every day helps you to become more calm and still in the mind. We're going to just deepen our breathing here. Deliberately control your breath now, in and out through the nose. Really feel the breath deepen as the belly expands to breathe in. The base of the ribcage expands and pushes outward as you inflate with the inhalation. And then as you exhale, it's like you deflate. So just deepening and lengthening the breath, trying to stay quite relaxed and calm. If you find that you start to stress doing this, then just back off a little bit and do less. So gently aiming to create a flow and a rhythm with your breath. The breath flows in and the breath flows out. The breath flows in and the breath flows out. Just continuing with that deeper, fuller breath. Your body's still sitting upright to accommodate the breath. As you may have noticed, your sitting posture helps you breathe. If you are slouched or a bit crushed through your chest and belly, It is harder to take flowing, deeper breaths. As we sit upright, our lungs are open, our chest and belly are open. The breathing is naturally freer. Feel the breath flow into the body. Feel the breath flow out of the body. Eventually it becomes beautifully rhythmic. And the effort is gone. It becomes easy and fluid. And as you settle into the breath, you may find you can lengthen the breath slightly without creating any strain or stress. So notice your mind thoughts now. Perhaps you've settled quite nicely into the breath, and your mind has already calmed and slowed a little. Perhaps you're busy in thought about your day or what you're going to have for dinner. So as we breathe, we start to notice our thoughts, if they come and they go. They do. But we keep breathing in and out. And the thoughts just come and go, like the breath comes in and goes out. The thoughts do the same. They come in and they go out. So allow the thoughts to flow like the breath. And always bring your attention back to the breath in through the nose and the breath out through the nose. And the breath in through the nose and the breath out through the nose. And in this way the thoughts come and go, and you often don't even notice them so much. They're there, you're allowing them to be there. We're not trying to stop them. We're just knowing that they are rising and falling with the breath. We don't have to create them. They're just there. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. Feel the breath in the nostrils. And perhaps you feel it in the back of the throat. And you feel it on the way out as well as on the way in. You may notice your body. You're finding it a little challenging to sit. It's okay to move a little. We are going to come down onto the floor in a minute and lie down. So deepen your breath if it's not full already. Sit up again, feel the body lift. Notice that you can still lift there. Because over time we often do sag or slouch a little. As you sit upright, your mind becomes more alert. It doesn't have to become busy, but it becomes more alert. Be aware of any sounds around you. And with as little disturbance to yourself as possible, you can just even half open your eyes. Just slowly make your way to a lying position. You can use a pillow underneath for your head, perhaps a blanket over you. Even a pillow underneath your knees is nice. So just resettle yourself. So we're lying down now. Once again, lightly close your eyes. Let your arms be out by your sides. Your feet flopped naturally apart. And allow yourself to settle into your lying position. And the difference between lying and sitting, sometimes you can be a lot more comfortable lying down. You don't have to hold your body. So I want you to let go now. Allow your body to let go. Release into a lying down position. The difference is also that we associate lying down with sleeping. So sometimes you can find yourself drifting off a little bit into almost a sleep, half sleep state. So if that happens, just deepen your breath control and deepen your breath, and you'll find that it keeps you more alert and wakes you up a little, so that you stay with the practice we're doing today. Your hands are away from the body, so there's no distraction there. Find and feel your breath in and out of your nose still. And this becomes an awareness exercise, a mindful awareness exercise we're going to do now. You can use it for relaxation as well, but we're becoming mindful of the different parts of our bodies. And I want you to start to feel the different parts as I go through them. I say each part. Be aware of that part. Notice if there's any sensations in that area. And just try and allow them to be there, or mentally tell yourself to let them go. Just allow them to go, or relax, soften. So just starting with your eyes, allow your eyes to be softly closed. See if the eyes behind the lids can find a sense of stillness. Feel the brow and the forehead soften. Be aware of your cheeks and the ears and earlobes. The jaw and your lips. Your mouth, tongue, gums, and even the teeth. Just being aware and noticing sensations. Noticing your chin, under your chin, into your throat. The front of your neck, collarbones, the point or tips of your shoulders, the upper arms, the back and the front of the upper arms. Being aware of the sensations you can feel and notice in the elbows, the point of the elbows and the eye or the front of the elbows. Noticing your forearms. And wrists. Noticing sensations in the palms of your hands. Noticing your fingers and thumbs. So you can allow them to just be. You're not holding them in any specific way. They're just relaxing there. And the backs of the hands. Notice your chest, the center of your chest. Perhaps you're able to notice deep inside the chest. Can you feel anything deep inside your chest? Even if you're not sure what it is, it doesn't matter. It's about feeling and noticing. So as we feel and become aware of sensations in the body. We don't have to label them, fix them, change them, do anything except observe. We're just observing. It may help you to relax and let go of them, which we have done in past relaxation sessions. But today we're just observing sensations. Be aware of your front rib cage. See if you can be aware of the bottom rib. Perhaps where it wraps around the side of your body, goes right round into the back of your body, the last rib. Be aware of your belly. Just notice, how does the belly feel? The whole abdominal area. And inside that area, the abdominal cavity, can you feel any sensations deep within your belly? Just allowing them to be there, but noticing. Allowing yourself to be aware of the pelvic area, groin, and right down the front of your legs, the thighs, knees and kneecaps, down the shins, the front of the lower legs. Feel the tops of the ankles and tops of your feet. And tops of all of your toes. Just gathering sensations. Being aware of the back of your head now. Sensations at the back of the head and the nape of your neck. The back of the neck. Into the upper back and shoulders. Feel your shoulder blades. Feel the back of the rib cage. The lower back. Back of your hips. And sacrum. And then just being aware of your whole backbone. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Noticing sensations in your buttock. Down into the back of the legs, the upper legs. Back of your knees. The calves. And lower legs. The back of the ankles, heels, and soles of the feet. And the backs of all of your toes. You're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose and noticing sensations. I want you to go to an area of your body now that you had quite a strong sensation in. Doesn't matter what kind of sensation. Just choose an area of your body now. Go back to focus on that area of your body. Not with the view to creating or making a sensation, just feeling and observing a sensation. And keep your breathing in and out through the nose. And almost watch the sensation in that area with interest, with wonder. So there's no prediction about what it's going to do or what is going to happen. Watch it like a child might watch a grasshopper or something it's never seen. Watch it with complete wonder and feel it. Allow it. If we can do this, it takes us into a deeper level of awareness. A mindfulness where we observe, we become an observer. And this part of our bodies that we're observing, there's probably a story, and that story might be coming into your head as thoughts now. Bits and pieces of why, or how, or what it is. We're just going to allow those thoughts to come and go as we just feel and be wondrous at whatever we can sense in that area. We try not to judge it, feed it, or go into the story or even create one. Doesn't really matter right now. Just breathing in, breathing out, noticing, observing, allowing. You may feel yourself drifting off somewhere in your mind and thoughts. Deepen the breath and come back to the focus of the part of your body that you're noticing sensations or stronger sensations in. And notice if those sensations have changed. Are they still the same as when you first realized or noticed they were there? So in this way, we begin to observe with equanimity. We remain equanimous to the sensations, to the thoughts around the sensations. We remain equanimous, and we just observe and notice. So deepening your breath again and let go of that part of your body. Be aware of your whole body on the floor. Be aware of your whole body touching and resting on the floor, on pillows or cushions. Notice the parts of your body that are not covered, those parts that are exposed to the air of the room, as opposed to the parts that are covered in clothing or drapery. And starting to move, and slowly, with your eyes still closed, we're going to roll over onto our right side. Just stay there for about 3 or 4 breaths before you make your way back up to a sitting position. If you can manage to do that with your eyes still closed, do so. If not, once again, just open them softly. Come into a seated position once again, either kneeling, cross-legged, or legs out. And closing the eyes once again. And back upright again now. Just sitting up. Once again, sit up nice and tall, comfortably tall. Let the shoulders soften and the eyes close if they're not already. Resting your arms, palms turned up if you can, on your legs or in your lap. So even this gesture of the palms turned up is different from the hands turned down. You're a lot more open with the palms up, open to possibility, perhaps to feeling, to sensation. Bringing yourself back to the breathing, the slow, long, full breaths that we had at the beginning. And notice if they are easier for you now than they were at the beginning, or if it feels different. What is the quality of your breath now? Is your breath flowing? Perhaps there's more consistency and calm in the breath. The body is quite relaxed in this position. Notice how your body feels. Perhaps the body is a lot more calm, contented to be sitting, to be here. Keep that breath flowing in quite deeply and feel the belly and ribcage expand. and feel them deflate as you exhale. So one of the first steps in mindfulness is to become aware of sensations in the body, which we've done lying down. And to remain equanimous to the sensations. They're there, they're happening, but we're not feeding them, giving them any energy. We're just observing that they're there. We do this with our thoughts. We have thoughts and emotional states that arise and fall. Just allow them to arise and fall, to come and go as you breathe in and you breathe out. As you breathe in and you breathe out, you feel your breath in. You feel your breath out. I'm going to give you a little technique to help focus on the breath and that consistent rhythm of breath. We're going to use 4 to 6 counts. I think 4 is probably quite easy. You might like to try 5 or 6 counts to breathe in and 5 or 6 counts to breathe out. And continue the counting, just slowly in without straining or overdoing it. And the same counts to breathe out. And notice where your body and your mind are at as you count. Getting a rhythm and consistent flow in the breath. If thoughts come up, arise, just allow them to arise. Keep counting your breath in and counting your breath out. On the next exhalation, just relax the counting. And just take a moment to feel your body again. Notice if there's a change or differences from when you first sat in the class today. Hearing the sounds around you, you externalize your thoughts a little now. You become aware of the space that you're in. Being grateful for the process and the trust of your breath. Trusting in the process of breathing in and breathing out. Becoming more and more present with your whole self. And Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you, girls. Blessing and I honor the divine in you. That's what it means. Take your time and you can slowly come out of our meditation.